Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Wednesday, December 19th, 2012. Thanks for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. Futures are once again trading higher for a third consecutive day this morning on news that there's going to be a fiscal cliff deal. They're only up 3.5 points today, but hey, the dollar is down, and that's all it takes. Take a look at the U.S. dollar index. Again, falling for a third day in a row. The dollar is down this morning by 34 cents. That's a pretty steep decline. So dollar getting hit again. Market is up, and that's the norm of what we normally see. Whenever the market is higher, the dollar is lower. So again, we'll watch that closely. But once again, futures are higher. Markets are looking for this fiscal cliff deal, and so far the euphoria continues. Let's take a look at a few other things out here. Gold. Yesterday, gold was hit pretty hard. Gold was down over 20 points yesterday. Today, gold is trading higher by $2. So a decent little move there, and gold getting a little bit of a reprieve. But overall, gold has been just annihilated this past week. So again, don't expect too much out of gold today. Again, dollar's down and gold's barely moving. That is not a good sign for gold. Gold should ultimately go lower. But today, gold is getting a little bit of an uptick. The GLD here, which closed at $162.08 yesterday, trading at $161.81 this morning. So, again, you're just not seeing a lot of strength overall. Spot gold is trading higher, again, by just $2 at the moment to $1,672 an ounce. But gold was crushed yesterday. Today, it's trying to rebound a little bit, but not that great of action in the precious metal. All right, let's take a look at oil this morning. Oil is trading higher by 76 cents to $88.65 a barrel on light sweet crude. Let's take a look at the USO, which is a good proxy for US oil. This morning, USO is trading a little bit higher. It closed yesterday at $32.18. Today, it's trading at $32.41. So that's reflective of the overall move in crude. You're seeing little pop there. Again, I'm not sure how much strength oil has here, or the USO has here, but again, it doesn't look all that incredibly strong to me, at least at the moment. But if the dollar falls, that should help oil out a little bit, should help to lift it. So we'll keep an eye on that pretty closely. Some real quick review of news going on around the world. It seems like the fiscal cliff is the first and most important thing that's out there. Looks like there was a Fitch warning out there that the U.S. could lose its AAA credit rating if there was not a fiscal cliff deal reached. So the market's already pricing in a fiscal cliff deal. It's going to be interesting to see how the market reacts once the fiscal cliff deal comes out. So, but right now the market is pricing that in. News out of Europe is pretty much the same. There's some news that Greek bonds are now being taken as collateral again. So that's pretty interesting. But the big news really overnight was Japan. Japan's exports, I believe, declined by 4.1% year over year. But nonetheless, the stock market, the Japanese market, soared last night, trading up 2.39% by the end of the session on more monetary printing money. It's just incredible. But the money printing is just gone wild here. It's like that video, Girls Gone Wild, money printing gone wild. All the central banks around, and now lately it's the Bank of Japan, just with more money printing. And Nikkei actually closed over 10,000 last night for the first time, I think, in 7 months. So Nikkei closing at 10,160. Watch Japanese ADRs today. They could be strong to start the day. So Toyota Motors, this stock looks very good at the moment. You can see it's up even a little bit higher today, even though it's pulling back a little bit. That's had a big move. Keep that one on your radar. That could trade higher. Honda Motor Corp, another Japanese ADR. This could trade up as well. Canon, CAG, another stock that could trade higher. And then you have, obviously, Sony, which has been a dog with fleas. But nonetheless, that could trade up a little bit. I don't think Sony has all that much upside left in it, but nonetheless, it could trade up a little bit more from here. So the Japanese ADRs could be strong today if the U.S. markets hold up. They could be in play. All right, let's take a look at some stocks here in the United States. FedEx reported earnings, I believe. Right now, the stock has been all over the map. Caught a quick bid has pulled back. There's not a lot here, but FedEx around $95, maybe $95.50, around that level. That's where you start to look for better resistance. The stock actually could trade back up to that level. I don't see anything in between here that looks like a trade. Again, if FedEx got up to around the 95.50 level, that could be where the stock stalls out. But right now, I have to give it that upside bias, at least in this kind of a euphoric environment that traders are trying to melt up before the end of the year. Let's take a look at General Motors. General Motors will be buying back the stock from the government. Again, they're going to get the stock, I believe, at $27.50 a share. That's the government will be taking a loss. I think the government's in it at $54 a share. So GM will be buying back stock from the U.S. government. I'm not sure how much, but again, they're getting a bargain of a deal as the taxpayers take the loss here on this one. 54 is the break-even. GM, I believe, is buying it back at $27.50. So the government is selling back GM some stock, and the government will take the hit. $54 a share. Again, another good deal for the taxpayer. Let's take a look here at Oracle. Again, I would not buy GM up here. So just so everybody knows, it's overbought, overextended. A lot of resistance coming in around that $28 level. So watch that area. But do not be a buyer of GM here because it is overbought. Okay, overbought. It potentially is even a fade candidate. I'm not sure if it will fade today with all this euphoria in the market, but it is a fade candidate. Oracle was another stock that had earnings. The stock is trading up a little bit. Do not buy this one either. I'm trying to find a good level for Oracle. I'm thinking around 34 and a quarter, 34.50, in that vicinity. Oracle could be a fade, so keep that on the radar. We'll watch it when it gets up there. 34 and a quarter, 34.50, probably more towards that's hard to say. 34 and a quarter, 34.50. Oracle could be a fade around that level. Right now it's trading at 33.80. The stock gapping up after closing at 32.88. So watch Oracle around 34 and a quarter to 34.50. Could be a fade there. Have a hard time seeing this thing go much higher. But we have to look at the overall market today. And right now, the markets are just giddy over this fiscal cliff. But we'll see how that plays out going forward. But again, do not buy Oracle up here at these levels. The stock is way overcooked. That's pretty much all that I'm seeing as far as tradable moves in the market. There are some other stocks out there that are moving today, but I don't think they're all that much from my vantage point here that look like tradable plays. And we'll see where it goes, how this market opens up. But right now, futures are starting to creep up a little bit more. They're up now over 4.5 points, so we'll see how that plays out. With that said, everybody, I'm going to leave it there today. I don't think there's much else to talk about at the moment. I don't even know if there's any economic news later. There usually is always something, so watch the markets probably around 10 o'clock to see if there is economic news. But I didn't see if there was any this morning, so oh yeah, there is at 8:30. Housing starts in another minute, so you're going to have housing starts come out at 8:30. So that should be the extent of the news today. So we'll see how that plays out. Housing has been pretty strong as of late. All right, we'll leave it there. Have a great trading day, everyone, and we'll do it again tomorrow. Take care now.